On the other hand, some physicists are concerned that if the super collider actually works, it'll create a black hole and swallow up the Earth, ending life as we know it.
What a bunch of crybabies. No guts, no glory, man.
Hey, check it out. The School of Pharmacology is looking for volunteers.
We are testing a new medication for social anxiety, panic attacks, agoraphobia, and obsessive compulsive disorder.
Why would they be looking for test subjects here?
I don't know, Raj. Maybe the comic book store doesn't have a bulletin board. What's going on?
Shh, hot girl at Sheldon's office.
Sheldon's office? She lost?
I don't think so. I followed her here from the parking lot.
Maybe she's his lawyer.
Oh, she's free to examine my briefs. Oh, I know, I'm disgusting. I should be punished by her. Oh, look, I did it again.
That should do it.
Thank you for coming by. Hello.
Oh, hey, buddy. Buddy.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm working on a project that may take me up on the next space shuttle.
How can you be late? I wasn't expecting you at all.
Nobody ever expects me. Sometimes you just look and BAM! Howard Wolowitz.
Sheldon, are you going to introduce us?
Oh, all right. This is Missy. Missy, this is Leonard and Rajesh, and you've already met Howard.
It's nice to meet you.
You too, as well, also.
Yeah.
So how do you two know each other?
Oh, he once spent 9 months with my legs wrapped around his head.
Excuse me?
She's my twin sister. She thinks she's funny, but frankly, I've never been able to see it.
It's because you have no measurable sense of humor, Shelley.
How exactly would one measure a sense of humor? A humormometer?
Well, I think you're delightfully droll. Or as the French say, très drôle.
Okay, so let me see if I got this. Leonard, Howard, and I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Gentlemen, I put it to you. The worst tapioca pudding is better than the best pudding of any other flavor.
First off, that is axiomatically wrong because the best pudding is chocolate. Secondly, the organic structure of tapioca makes it a jiggling bowl of potential death. It is extracted from the plant.
Hey, I'm thinking of growing a mustache.
No kidding. Fu Manchu, a handlebar pencil?
It's extracted from the plant.
Yeah, you know, George Clooney has one now.
Really? I once saw him shopping at Ralph's. He was buying tequila.
Oh, you think a guy like that would have some kind of booze lackey?
All right, this is cruel. We better let him finish before his head explodes.
All right, Sheldon, why is tapioca...
Tapioca is extracted from the root of the plant Monahot esculenta due to a high concentration of cyanide. It is poisonous in its raw form. Lethal if prepared improperly.
Feel better now?
It is also indigenous to Brazil, as is the cocoa bean from which we get chocolate, the best pudding. You promised you wouldn't do that anymore.
Hey, Hofstadter!
Hey, Kripke.
Heard about your latest anti-proton decay experiment? 20,000 data ones and no statistically significant results. Very impressive.
What a jerk.
Don't feel bad, Leonard. Negative results are still results.
Even 20,000 of them.
All right. Please don't cheer me up anymore.
Come on, don't let him get to you. It's Kripke.
Yeah, he's a ginormous knob.
That's why he eats by himself instead of sitting here at the cool table.
For shizzle.
Okay, it's true, Kripke lacks the basic social skills that we take for granted. But he also controls the open science grid computer that I need to use to run some simulations of structure formation in the early universe.
Well, good luck getting time on it. The only people he lets use it are his friends.
Well then, the solution is simple. I shall befriend him. Kripke!
Yeah,
What would you say to the idea of you and I becoming friends?
I would say I have no interest in becoming your friend.
Really? Oh, that seems rather short-sighted, coming from someone who is generally considered altogether unlikable. Why don't you take some time to reconsider?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I think we're off to a terrific start.
How much time do we have? T-minus 5 hours, 37 minutes to onset of meteor shower.
Okay, our position is 34.48 degrees north, 118.31 west. That means the azimuth should be 168.22 degrees relative to magnetic north with an elevation of 49.93.
Anything yet? We have a signal, but there's no frame lock. Hang on. How about... Nah.
We did it. We have the West Coast feed of HBO.
Ooh, real sex.
Big deal. Every time I watch that show, it's old women putting condoms on cucumbers.
All right, let's see what's on the East Coast feed.
Oh, hey, Dune.
Not a great movie, but look at that beautiful desert.
Too bad Sheldon couldn't come with us.
Yeah, it's just not the same without him.
Well, this sucks. I'm switching back to real sex.
Sheldon's log. Stardate 63345.3. While my colleagues are off observing the Leonid meteor shower, I've remained behind to complete my paper on the decays of highly excited massive string states. Although my research is going well, I do miss the warmth of human companionship.
What you doing there? Working on a new plan to catch the Roadrunner?
The humorous implication being that I am Wile E. Coyote?
Yes.
And this is a schematic for a bird trapping device that will ultimately backfire and cause me physical injury?
Yes.
What I'm doing here is trying to determine when I'm going to die.
A lot of people are working on that research. So what is all this?
My family history, factoring in longevity, propensity for disease, etc.
Interesting. Cause of death for Uncle Carl was KBB. What's KBB?
Killed by badger.
How's that?
It was Thanksgiving. Uncle Carl said, "I think there's a badger living in our chimney. Hand me that flashlight." Those were the last words he ever spoke to us.
I don't think you need to worry about death by badgers being hereditary.
Not true. The fight or flight instinct is coded genetically. Instead of fleeing, he chose to fight barehanded against a brawny member of the weasel family. Who's to say that I don't share that flawed DNA?
You can always get a badger and find out.
But seriously, even if I disregard the Uncle Carl factor, at best I have 60 years left.
How long, huh?
60 only takes me to here. I need to get to here.
What's there?
The earliest estimate of the singularity, when man will be able to transfer his consciousness into machines and achieve immortality.
So you're upset about missing out on becoming some sort of freakish, self-aware robot?
By this much.
Tough break. You want eggs?
You don't get it, Leonard. I'm going to miss so much. The unified field theory, cold fusion, the dogopus.
What's a dogopus?
The hybrid dog and octopus. Man's underwater best friend.
Somebody working on that?
I was going to. I planned on giving it to myself on my 300th birthday.
Wait a minute, you hate dogs.
A dogopus can play fetch with 8 balls. No one can hate that.
say, Penny, this is great fun.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Until I met you and Bernadette, my trips to the bathroom had been entirely focused on elimination. Now they have a delightful social aspect.
Amy, you must have been in the bathroom with other women before.
Of course I have. But they were strangers and seemed off-put when I engaged in friendly stall-to-stall chit-chat.
Some women don't like to get chummy when their panties are down.
You okay in there, bestie?
I'm fine.
The reason I ask is that many people experience bladder shyness, the inability to pass
Yeah, I
urine.
said I'm fine. Stop talking to me.
She always this crabby when she urinates?
We're really not that close.
Screw it. I'll go later.
And I'll be right by your side.
Hey, how are things going with your parents?
Not great. They hired divorce attorneys.
Yeah, speaking of attorneys, if I ever needed a lawyer, I would not hire She-Hulk.
You know what? That was almost on topic. I'm gonna say good job, Sheldon.
Wait, She-Hulk's a lawyer?
Yeah, she works at a law firm in New York.
Yes, but she's the only monster at the firm. Between you, me, and the wall, I think she's an affirmative action hire.
Anyway, Dad's gonna be here in town, so I won't be able to do Christmas dinner this year.
If you're not up to hosting Christmas dinner, I'm happy to do it. You can even bring your father.
That would be nice.
I've always wanted to do a traditional Victorian Christmas. Parlor games, goose, and figgy pudding.
Oh! English pudding. You get yourself all excited for pudding, and here comes a cake with raisins in it. I'm not going.
You're going.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I love you.
Well, you call it love, but it has a lot of raisins in it.
Amy, good luck getting these guys excited about a dinner with a theme. I gave up when no one cared about my Tom Hanks giving.
I think a Victorian Christmas sounds nice.
I agree too.
You guys suck!
Hey, can you help me put some of the food out?
Let me finish packing this stuff up. You know how Sheldon is if he sees Christmas stuff lying around after New Year's.
Yeah, but he doesn't live here anymore.
He doesn't live at Walmart. He still threw a tantrum when he saw Marshmallow Peeps after Easter. And that's the same man who complains you can't find Marshmallow Peeps after Easter.
Oh, it's Bernadette. She says they're running late. The baby threw up on Howard, and then Howard threw up on Howard.
Well, he didn't throw up on the baby. That's a win.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. How was Texas?
Oh, you know, the Lone Star State. That should be its Yelp rating.
It was not a great trip.
Well, you're home now.
Yeah, it is good to be home. Oh, good Lord. Is that mistletoe? Don't you maniacs own a calendar?
I told him to take it down. He would not listen to me. So it's sort of like a guitar string, but instead of making an actual sound, each vibration is a different particle.
Precisely. And when you express it in 11 dimensions, Einstein's relativity equations pop out. Does that sound like a coincidence?
It does not.
Yep. That's what I think.
So did we do it? Did we just solve string theory?
Oh, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this is not the sort of thing we can figure out in a night. People have been stuck on this for decades.
What, decades? Really? It's a string. How hard can it be? It's straight, it's in a loop, it gets knotted up with other strings.
Well, actually, there are no knots in anything greater than 4 dimensions. Well, unless we get around that by considering them as sheets. You know, topologically speaking, that has a lot of interesting possibilities.
See? How long did that take me? Like a minute?
Can you believe our little lamb is finally getting married? He can't believe it. And neither can I.
Hi, Dad. How you doing?
By the power vested in me, by even youcanperformweddings.com, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Good morning, wife.
Good morning, husband. I can't believe we're actually married.
It's official. According to tradition, we should hang the bed sheets outside so the villagers can see that we consummated.
I don't think that that's appropriate considering where we're starting our honeymoon.
Well, I suppose you're right. Although, when you think about it, Lego is the perfect metaphor for marital congress. Two pieces that interlock with a satisfying snap.
Oh, that's the sound you were making.
Oh, I almost forgot. While you were sleeping, I ordered room service.
Really?
Voila. You thought it was going to be food, didn't you?
Just published a few months ago. How did you have time to design an experiment?
This whole thing is actually a gigantic accident.
You weren't even thinking about super asymmetry?
Thinking about it? We don't even understand it.
Can you believe this? Doctors Pemberton and Campbell have been doing a press tour trying to take credit for super asymmetry.
So what? I mean, no one's going to give them credit for accidentally discovering something.
Yeah, who remembers the guy who was trying to find India and discovered America instead?
What was his name again?
Now stop trying to steal our Nobel Prize. You come up with your own idea.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Have a seat. Thanks for being here. I feel the same way about you.
This is nice. All my friends hanging out, watching Ellen. It's like, what am I going to do with my other 2 wishes?
It's not nice. She's having on the scientists who are trying to steal our Nobel Prize.
Although I will enjoy watching her expose Pemberton and Campbell for the coattail riding frauds that they are.
That is Ellen's brand. Gotcha journalism.
Yeah, you should have seen her take down John Krasinski last week. Got him to admit he loved his wife. It was brutal.
All right, our next guests are a couple of physicists. Don't turn the channel. They've been doing some viral videos online about what it's like to be in the running for a Nobel Prize. Please welcome Doctors Greg Pemberton and Kevin Campbell.
Why does she even want to have scientists on?
A silly question. Who else will give our audience causal explanations of natural phenomena?
I love you, honey, but think.
So you guys have discovered something pretty amazing in the universe. Obviously, I understand high-level physics because I'm a comedian, but can you explain it to the audience?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure we're even smart enough to understand it.
Yeah.
Look, the audience is laughing at them. It's starting.
I hate to say it, Sheldon, but I think the audience likes them.
Well, that will all change when Ellen asks them how super asymmetry explains the cosmological excess of matter over antimatter, and they panic, like Leonard trying to do a pull-up.
Hey, what'd I do?
Not a pull-up.
People have been loving your videos, especially the songs that you've been posting.
Thank you.
This may be pushing it, but I have to ask. Would you mind singing one of those for us right now?
Oh, why not?
All right.
Come on, Ellen, they're right there. Go for jugular.
Let's get physicists. I wanna get physicists. Let's get into physicists. Let me